this is Glendon with Making Money with Storage Unit Auctions. Had to stretch. Man, I just left the gym and it's killing me. The title of this segment, The Difference Between a Vision and a Whim. Right now, summer's, spring's here, summer's around the corner, and people are just like, hey, I was getting all those questions. There's been a drop in activity, and I can't say that I miss it. But one of the biggest things is the storage auction business still good for me? My answer to you is, I don't know. I don't know you. I don't know what you're made of. I don't know if you're a little scared little bitch or you're courageous. You've got tiger blood. You've got a dynasty. I don't know if you've got the Charlie Sheen or even better stuff than that. But the difference between a vision and a whim, the difference between true desire and just kind of like mild discomfort is action. I don't care what you tell yourself. I don't care how often you say, I'm just planning. I'm just making sure that all my ducks are lined up in a row. To you, I say that it's bullshit. In one of the worst economic periods of our lifetime, if you're under 50, there are people who are becoming extraordinarily rich. Not just doing well, but rich. Your Facebook, the guy with Groupon. And I'm going to talk to you about someone who does the same thing that I do, who's younger, Manding Hawking. Check out her blog. I'm going to put all the stuff there. You've probably heard about it, but she's a self-published author, and she's sold 900,000 ebooks on Kindle and other places. Now, the thing is, unlike many people, she took action. She went to New York. She sent in her books. The publishers said, oh, hell no. Forget you. We don't want your shit. And she's like, okay. Because if you read the blog, she's not against the traditional publisher. She even goes on that traditional publishing is probably never going to disappear. And, she's, should be grateful. And she's 26. And I don't really think that she fully understands what she has done, because the money that she has made, and I know a lot of writers, I know for a fact what she did in 2010, some writers who have anywhere from 3 to 12 books have not made the money that she made in totality with book sales all over the place. Books here and magazine, they haven't made the money. So what you've done, Amanda, is fantastic for two reasons. You as a individual, one person, have made more money than a lot of small businesses because you served a lot of people. I don't think she fully grasped what the deal is. But in the vein of this video, she took action. See, this is the thing. If you've been with me since 2009 and I've been doing these videos, one of my highest rated videos is the worst unit ever bought, where I talked about losing my ass. It's got like 25,000 views. I know on YouTube that's really nothing, but for me, that's a lot. And it goes to show you that from day one, I didn't just get in the storage auction business and was making, actually I was making money, but there have been periods where I lost my ass. But knowing how business works, I understand that it's not going to be a cakewalk every day. There's going to be bad days. There's going to be bad weeks, bad months. Fortunately for me, there hasn't been bad years. But you get the gist. And the thing is, if you truly want to have your own business, whether it's storage auctions, whether it's painting circles on rabbits' asses, you must have passion, because the passion will make you take action. Because I don't care how smart you are, I don't care what kind of business plan you have, unless you are engaged in movement, doing something. I don't care if it's something small to move you towards that goal. It is all bullshit. It's a whim. It is a whim. Business plan or not. And, many people will disagree on me. I think you're better off having a list of goals. Hey, I want to start this bit. Goal sheet. before business plan, because a lot of business plans, it's hard to get research on, say, an industry that you've never done. No one's ever done before. It's kind of like, well, yeah, we hope it's either going to be under or over because it's very hard to gauge that. I could actually forecast a storage auction business much better now because there's tons of information that didn't even exist 2 years ago. I know there are states where storage auctions are great. Things are easy. Well, I shouldn't say easy, but I will say that the competition is not as great as here in Atlanta and other metros. Every day I get emails. Yeah, it was tax season, but I spent $500 and I made $2,000 profit this month. That was the cost. That was worth the cost of the $3. So, what I'm saying is, you could talk all day long, but until you do the walk, until you actually put yourself in a position to start doing whatever you want to do, it's just bullshit. And you could tell yourself and you could tell your friends who care about you, but the folks who know, and if you have a real good friend, they're going to go, poke, hey, either shit or get off the pot. I've heard about your business plan. When are you going to start doing something? I'm telling you, if you want to make money in the storage auction business, you will. If you don't, you won't. It's that simple, because right now is the big shakeout period. The TV shows are on. Everybody's out there. Everyone knows. The storage facilities are like happy because for once they're actually recouping their cost, and the veterans are pissed. And 12 months from now, all of that's going to disappear. It's going to be right back to the regular folks out there with a large contingent of new people. But if these new people do not actually learn from their mistakes, actually take, I'm going to say it, buy my book, buy one of the other ebooks. Even the worst ebook out there is going to give you something that you didn't have, because it's going to be much harder to figure it out because you got much more competition, and each mistake is going to be more harmful to your financial future. I mean, if you're working with $3,000 and you go out there blow $3,000 and you don't make any money, you're sitting on a donut. You get straight buckets. And, going back to Amanda Hawkins, she took action. She took action. She kept writing, even though people kept saying, no, you're not good enough. No, that's wrong. You know what? You need to change that. And she's okay. And she kept on writing and writing and writing. And she's like, you know what? I'm going to put this out there. And the thing is, a lot of folks disagree because she writes really fast. She wrote like 9 books in a year. And, the writing community be like, no, you didn't properly vet it, and you didn't iron it, and you didn't groom it, and it wasn't meticulously put through this process where we could tell you how fucked up it was. She just got herself an editor, and she even talks about the challenges of finding editors, because I don't care. I was reading the book this weekend, and it's from Yale University Press, and I found errors. It's going to happen. But the thing is, if the information is good and the person feels served, they're not going to really care about that, as she has proven, because she's writing in a genre that is popular. There's a lot of people doing it, and she found her way. What can you pull away from this? You must take action. You must have energy and enthusiasm. And no doesn't mean shit to you. I don't care if you told it once, told it twice. It doesn't mean anything. It's like, okay, that person said no, but I'm going to do this. You have got to develop your inner cheerleader, that person inside of you that when everyone else is like, that's really a bad idea. Because when I first got in the storage auction business, I was coming from a corporate environment where, we wore business casual and went to nice lunches, and we went out to showrooms and we showed clients stuff, and you paid for it with your Amex. And I went from that type of environment to I'm covered in dirt and grime and pollen from 8 seasons. And people, all of my friends were like, something wrong with you. Something is really wrong with you. And some of those people, and this isn't a rubbing in their face because you don't want anything bad to happen to anyone, but I know they went bankrupt because I kind of saw this thing with office buildings and furniture, it was getting more and more difficult to land a deal. And you were starting to have to travel because there wasn't that much stuff local. And you go to another city, then you deal with them. Then it's a matter of price or access to a certain product. And it's just like, this has got to fall. I didn't see this whole recession thing, had no clue that was coming, but I knew that contract furniture business was going to change forever. It wasn't going to disappear because there's some heavy players in there that were with deep pockets, and they were going to ride this thing out, and they were going to people to take advantage of the new business. But I was just a lone operator with a shed. I was outsourcing everything, the installation, and I had some crazy months. I'm going to tell you, it is not cool to be 200, 300 grand in debt on short-term debt. It's just like that shit keeps you up at night. So I had to get out of that. And what I like about the storage auction business, whether it's a little cash or a lot of cash, if you know what you're doing, you get paid every week. Been reading a lot of articles, and people are going, well, the whole thing is, you're going to win, you're going to lose your ass. You're going to win, you're going to lose your ass. You're going to win, you're going to lose your ass. If you develop a process, you're going to mitigate that a great deal. Because I was in a position where I couldn't, half the units I bought, I could not lose on and then win on half. That wasn't going to work. I'll be honest with you. I won on 90% of the units once I got my process together. In the beginning, it was like, I was winning on 20, 30%. Because when I first got in the business, they ran the shit out of me to run me off, and they led me down that path. Like I later led people down that path of buying shit units that you knew there was no value. So you buy 10 shit units and you buy 3 good ones. Yeah, the average person's going to go, something wrong with this. You can't make any money. So you leave. And then the veterans like me are like, cool, fool, leave. Then it goes back to normal. Someone in the comments section had put out, if everyone gets together and like you get a unit, you get a unit, you get a unit, and we all work this where everyone gets a unit at a great price, then it'll be against the auctioneers and storage facilities. Let me explain why in 2011 that is never going to happen again. One, the economy. There are people who have not 1 but 2 degrees who still cannot find a proper job. They may have a part-time job, they may be doing consulting on the side, but they cannot find a job that will replace their income that they were making 2 or 3 years ago. There's some of them making a third and some are making half. And it is quite disgusting. And I'm just tell you, I'll just give the vast majority of people who watch this channel have degrees. That's how powerful the analytics are. I can tell you what browser most people use. I can tell you what state they're in. And it's not what I thought. Because, I actually took time to look because I'm revamping everything. And it's not your regular, broke guy. Because that's the thing. I get these comments and it's like, oh, people, they just got 2 nickels. Some of these folks I'm talking to, they have 2 bricks of cash to rub together. And they're just looking for something different before they leap because they're doing their research. Everybody is not broke. I'm telling you, everyone in this country does not spend every damn dime they get. So when something like this happens, they're going, ooh, what the hell am I going to do? They're going to be cautious and reserved, but they got cash. I'm telling you. And these are the people who are probably going to win because they're kind of sitting on the sidelines trying to wait this thing out. Because right now, a financial term would be we're experiencing a correction. This flood of people in the market. Then they're going to come out. And then the summer, I'm telling you, you can look at my other video, The Good News for the Vets. It's a freaking bell curve. And I thought it was going to be more like a pyramid. Because I said it before, I'm going to say it again. It's one thing to watch this on television. Damn, he pulled $900 from the back of a picture frame. It's a whole nother thing to be out there for a month, buy 5 units, 4 of them have rat crap in it. The other 2, the good stuff's broke. And then you have all this little stuff that you don't know what to do with. Call it an Alabama thing, but our business was about hog theory. We sold everything. You have to learn how to make money from the good, the bad, and the ordinary to the great. And that's how you'll be successful in this business. But many folks are looking for, and I said it, that home run. Every month, I'm going to get that one unit that's going to make me 10 grand. You and your mother and her brother and Uncle James and Uncle William and the cat around the corner are trying to do that. It's not going to happen. But the people that do the hard work will win. That's who's going to win. The people who do the hard work and actually turn their desire into action on a consistent basis will win. That is the difference between a vision and a whim. Because anyone can have a vision, but who actually puts that vision into reality? All right, this is Glendon.